Hello everybody, my name is Cool Blue and I'm bringing you guys View Replay Cast number 10. And this is great because I finally broke that double digits in a second series. That's two series with 2 digits. It's like a double-double. I don't know if you guys watch any sports or basketballs, but if it was basketball it would be a double-double. And oh my gosh, oh whoa, free camera. What are you doing? There we go. Alright, free camera is good. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to overlay so make sure I get that on. And as always with these viewer recommended replays from the viewers, I will not tell you who sent this replay in because that will be spoilers for you guys and that will be no fun. So I'll tell you guys at the end. I did not check the levels. I'm just going to assume it's relatively mid-level. And when I say mid-level, I mean around my level, which is actually still pretty bad. Well, I'm pretty bad. But if you guys went back and watched my me playing Dota in my first-person point of view, you'll see that I am actually pretty bad. Actually, no, it's not that I'm bad, it's just my mechanics sometimes aren't there, and if I'm not playing a hero I'm comfortable with, then bad things happen. All that aside. Looks like we're jumping ourselves into an all pick, so this will be everybody has free reign to pick anything they want. Hopefully we do see a Magnus. That'll be pretty cool. Fingers crossed. I'm not really sure what the date on this replay is. I'm not sure how recent it is. But if we do see a Magnus, I will be happy. That'll be cool. Mainly because I just want to talk about Magnus. I don't know why. No clear reason. Just me wanting to brag about Magnus. So the teams are getting all picked up. Ooh, I know I can tell you guys. I can tell you guys what's on my desk because everybody wants to know that, right? So what's on my desk right now? My car keys. I got my car keys on my desk. These need to be downstairs because I don't drive upstairs. I drive downstairs. Why would I drive upstairs? It's weird, right? But anyway, so I got my car keys. What are on my car keys? I have, let's see how many keys. I have 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 keys. One's a house key, one's a key that I don't know what goes to, and one's my car key, of course. And then I got my little remote control, and I got this nice little adjustment thing that you can use. So anyway, that's what's on my desk. Moving on to the game, we almost have the whole entire Dire team picked out, so once they get picked out, I will probably be introducing them. I'm thinking they'll be picked out first. But until then, let's go and follow the sniper. Follow him walking around. Sniper is a dwarf. So I always thought it was pretty cool. It took me a long time to realize that Sniper was a dwarf, but it makes sense. He's a dwarven sniper. So you can obviously tell I didn't play Dota 1, right? But we got Clockwork throwing out a rocket inside the base. Just see what everybody's getting. Just because he can do a little bit of damage. He can spam that a few times. Then we're gonna pull out my whatchamacallit, License to Deny chart. That's my whatchamacallit right there. And I'm also taking a look at the announcer pack. See who's up here. We got a Death Prop. We got a Bastion. I don't really like the Bastion announcer. He doesn't sound like the Bastion guy to me. But I'll switch it over to you guys for your listening pleasure. Anyway, we got the whole entire Radiant side. They were picked out first, so I'm going to go ahead and do the introduction of them. On this Shadow Shaman, we have Tally. We have Tally on the Shadow Shaman. Moving on to the Centaur Worm Runner, we have Cinderin on that Centaur Worm Runner. We have Jury Duty Summons on that Sven. And we have Brother Howie on that Invoker, and last but not least, we have Christopher Odd, not Christopher Old, but Christopher Odd on that Sniper. Moving on to the Dire side, as far as midios, we have Pyroshin,
and they're off.
Pyrorinchen on that Viper. We have Mind Man on that Clockwork Goblin. We have BTX,
No more bets, please.
or BSTX, Sele Styles on that Ursa. We have Ansel Gil Langton. Ansel Gil Langton, and we have a very funny laugh coming from Shadow Shaman. We have Ansel Gil Langton on that Clinks. And last but not least, we have Hubert on that Phantom Assassin. So let's go ahead and see what's going on around this lane. Now, as far as the lane matchups go, down bottom we have 2 versus 2. We have Centaur Shadow Shaman versus a Clinks and a Phantom Assassin. It's also be a pretty funny lane. Clinks will probably be roaming soon, so that way Phantom Assassin can have free farm in her lane. She will pretty much be happy with free farm just as long as she has level 2 of that that dagger. Level 2 dagger is good enough to get last hits. Moving on to the mid, we have Sniper versus Viper. Sniper versus Viper. Classic matchup. I've seen that a few times. I think, for the most part, Sniper will be having fun until Viper gets his ulti. Once Viper gets his ulti, Sniper will pretty much be having a hard time in his lane. Assuming that Viper can get close enough to use it, that is. But moving into the jungle, we have Ursa in the jungle. He has himself 6 tangles and a Sal, so he's looking to stay in the jungle for quite a long time. And as far as the top lane goes, we have a solo versus duo. We have a solo Clockwork versus a duo Spin Invoker. I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing carry Spin or not, but we could be seeing the carry Spin. Let me go and check the items. As far as the items go, Yeah, Centaur Worm Runner is trying to build himself those Tranquil Boots so he can spam his double edge all day long. Meanwhile, we got a little bit of engagement going on. Shadow Shaman's a little bit of trouble. He eats a tree. He goes the wrong way. He's trying to turn around. He's trying to see if he can catch anybody. He will be able to catch somebody inside of a stun. He can catch Clinks inside of disable. He catches him inside disable. Centaur Warrior is coming around the corner. He gets killed. First blood goes to the side of the Radiant. Very nice on them. Very well played. Very well played by the Centaur. And also, I'm sorry, by Shadow Shaman and Centaur as well. Now Phantom Assassin's in a little bit of trouble. She doesn't have anything but dagger. All she can do is run away. And she'll be going down as well.
Assassin.
So things, man, very well played by the side of the Radiant. I thought Shadow Shaman was going to be going down for sure, but apparently not. Clinks got a little bit too, Clinks got caught up inside the shackle, so very nice shackle by him. And it's also proven that shackle is not necessarily a bad thing. I personally don't like going shackles so early. Actually, no, one level shackle, sure, why not? And then Max and Chicken. It really depends on situation. Everything is situational in this game, guys. Even your recommended items are situational. Oh, I know, right? Situationalception. But anyway, we have a Exort Invoker so far. So he'll probably he's looking to play a carry-ish type of role, just do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, on top we have a lot of damage coming to Invoker. Ursa come out the jungle, he's trying to get the kill on Invoker. One more hit, he will be able to get it. Okay, 2 more hits and he'll be able to get it, but he's moving a little bit too slow now. And there's Ursa going to turn into Sven. Sven will be going down. Sven does not have mana for his ulti or for his Q, but it won't be enough. It doesn't matter. Clockwork's going to be able to get the kill if he just goes in, but no, Ursa's going to go for a double kill. He gets a double kill, so if he loses his life, it doesn't really matter. If he doesn't lose his life, it'll be even better. Yeah, here he goes. He popped the salve just to dodge a little bit of damage. Another creep to chase him. Creeps might be able to get the last hit. No, the creeps don't do enough damage. He's going to keep running. Will he be able to make it? He will be able to make it. Meanwhile, we have Clinks going down bottom to the Centaur War Runner. So Centaur's having a little bit of fun down there. He has his Tranquil Boots up. He's trying to kill his Phantom Assassin as well, but Phantom Assassin gets away. And now Ursa's taking... Ursus continues to try to run away. He's going to go ahead and turn around, kill these creeps. Why not? Ooh, Sunstrike coming down. And Ursa does go down. He pays for his insolence. So Invoker gets a little bit of payback from that. That's a level... That is a level 2. I don't know what you call it. Level something. It's a 2x sword Sunstrike, so it's doing a little bit more damage than normal. Or sorry, doing a little bit more damage than the basic, of course. 162 damage on top of Ursa, so that was more than enough to get the kill on top of him. If he would have kept running, he would have made it, but Invoker just decided to wait for the most obvious point and just waited for him to stand still, and he stood still and he got the kill. So anyway, as far as the rest of the items go, I'm still trying to see if Sven's going to be building a carry Sven. Sven is out of region or HP region right now, but he does have a bracer. He also has another Gauntlet Straight, so it might be seeing that double bracer on top of him. Double bracer, not too shabby. It gives them nice stats, and also you can build one of them to a drum and then sell the other one later. So double bracer, never really a bad thing. Always consider it with anybody. Actually, with anybody, a double bracer is good or decent. I've seen him lean in with a double bracer before. I see that commonly. Anyway, Sniper's trying to do a little bit of harassment damage on top of Viper. Viper has 3 points. Is that 3 points? Yes. No, he only has 2 points inside of that corrosive skin. So Sniper was taking a little bit of damage from that, but it's not nearly as much as he was dealing out. Meanwhile, we got Clockwork being so annoying to this Invoker. Invoker goes down, and here's Spin going to be taking a lot of damage from these two. No, okay, the battery assault does end, and Ursa's going to still go in on top of Spin. Will he be able to get the kill? I think he will, because Spin does not have his stun. So Ursa with a few more attacks, he'll be able to get one more attack. He gets a kill, and now Ursa's in a little bit of trouble. Once again, same thing we saw last time. Will he be able to survive? Oh no, he will not be surviving that shot. I'm about to say, we just might see another Sunstrike coming from the Invoker, but nah, Invoker's like, you died to the tower. So everybody gets free gold. Speaking of which, let me take a look at the gold graph. The gold graph is in favor of the Radiant, mainly because of, I don't really know why. To be honest, I don't really know why. They have more kills, sure, let's give it that. There's also not really much of anything except for kills being traded between the two. As far as the last hits go, I think that's relatively tied up. Yeah, last hits are relatively tied up. So it was basically just the kills. Those 2 extra kills that they got is definitely helping them out. But and also another thing to consider, Radiant did get, or Dire did get the first blood. And Clockwork might be taking damage. No, Sunstrike just barely misplaced. Ursa's coming out of the jungle. Ursa has his Q up. And Clinks is also here, so Clinks can help out with the damage. And Invoker's going to be trying to run away. He does have a point. And there's a, oh my gosh, beautiful ulti coming from Centaur to help his teammate get away. It's a very good map awareness on his part. See, I'm very glad to see that Centaur definitely uses an ulti to his ability. But actually, hold on, I take it back. First blood went to the Radiant. Okay, I thought Shadow Shaman and Centaur were going to die for some reason. So, my mistake. So, that's pretty much first blood goal right there. The goal that they're ahead by. And everything else is last hits. Okay, that's a kill or something. I don't know. Shadow Shaman's coming around the corner. They're going to try to go on this Phantom Assassin. There's the shackle on top of her. And there's no follow-up stun. There's a Sunstrike coming in from Invoker. Invoker's Sunstrike just barely missed. PA was able to blink out just fast enough. Meanwhile, oh gosh, I see a Ring of Health. Nice. Very nice. Ring of Health. Ring of Health is a really nice item for anybody. Okay, not anybody. a really nice item for Clockwork, because Clockwork's going to be able on that Vanguard anyway. So he's building a Ring of Health before he builds that Vitality booster and before he builds anything else. I think in a few of my other matches I commonly see people go for those salves. They build like 100 salves before they actually get any type of regen. Definitely just go ahead and invest in that Ring of Health. Why not? The Ring of Health will give you that regen when you need it, or give you that regen and you really need regen. Anyway, Spin's gonna go on, Spin and Sniper are gonna go on this Viper. Spin and Sniper are gonna go on this Viper, but Viper is a little too far away. The stun was thrown out, and we got a kill coming in for the Centaur. I did completely miss that, so sorry. But judging by the amount of blood on the ground, a Phantom Assassin either critted him or he just destroyed him with the double edge.
Tower's getting the business.
And meanwhile, Dyer's bottom tower is getting the business. Anyway, Clockwork's being being really aggressive on top of his Invoker. He can definitely do this. Invoker does have his invisibility up, but he does not have mana for it. And Clockwork will be going down to Shadow Shaman. There goes the nuke. There goes the auto attack, and he goes down. Meanwhile, mid we got never mind. Not much of a game. Sven did throw out a stun. They were not able to capitalize on it. And Sniper needs to be using his ulti, in my personal opinion. Meanwhile, here Ursa in the jungle. Ursa's just farming in the jungle. He's good. He is trying to build himself that Vlad. He does have that Basilius up, and okay, never mind. He's not trying to build his Vlads just yet. Yeah, he has Phase Boost first. Phase Boost first, definitely a better choice than just going straight for your Vlads. Unless you can get a Vlad in like 5 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen that. Meanwhile, Centaur does ulti. Why does Centaur ulti? Centaur, why did you ulti? I'm not sure why Centaur ulti, but Centaur does ulti. Maybe he thought they were going to engage on something. I don't know. Or maybe he just felt like spamming it. But it will be on cooldown for the next engagement, which we might see pretty darn soon. These guys really want to kill his Viper. Sniper can just continuously spam out his ulti to do a lot of damage to Viper. Even though Viper does have that corrosive skin, yeah, I understand that. But still, despite all that, it'll still do some damage. And some damage is more than no damage that they're doing to him at the moment. And so much damage coming from the Clockwork on top of Viper, or on top of Sniper. Just showing you how powerful those flares are. And it's a level 4 flare, so it's hitting for, what is it, 200? And it's 200, yes, okay, it's 200 magical. So it's hitting Sniper for 150. Which is actually perfectly right. That actually brings out to a good point. Every hero has a base 25% magic resistance. Like, no matter what you build, you're always going to have that base 25% magic resistance. So that means whenever Clockwork throws his flares out on top of Sniper, he'll obviously not feel 25% of that. So he'll only feel 150, which we'll actually be able to see again soon. There you go. He feels only 150 because 25% of that was blocked by his passive magic resistance. There are many ways to reduce your magic resistance, of course, so don't worry, guys. Anyway, Centaur does have himself a Vanguard. I think it was a game last time where I was saying, I started complaining saying, oh, Centaur with the Vanguard and Tranquil Boots is useless and stupid and stuff. But apparently it's not. Apparently I don't play Centaur. Or it wasn't Centaur, it was Doombringer. Doesn't matter. Those two items are pretty good. Oh god, Centaur's getting hit with those battery assaults. He's not able to do anything. Centaur's in a little bit of trouble. He can't run away fast enough. Clockwork being so annoying. And Ursa's coming around the corner just to make sure they get the kill. Centaur ulti will be up in another few seconds, or 15 seconds. He's trying to run away. He gets slowed again. He gets hit by everything and he goes down. So he will pay. He will pay with his life for that engagement. Meanwhile, up top we got something. We got Viper trying to go in for the kill on top of the Invoker. Invoker does disable him. There's a chicken. He's turned into a chicken. He does. Shadow Shaman will have mana in about 10 more seconds, so if he's able to hold it off for 10 more seconds, he will be able to kill this Viper pretty easily. Or actually, they'll be able to kill him without it. Okay, cool. So Invoker does get the kill. X-Sword Invoker OP, right? Meanwhile, we got an engagement going on bot. We got Ursa coming in on top of Spin. Spin's in the launch. Spin throws out this War Cry, but it's not enough. Meanwhile, Clockwork's... Oh god, so much damage. Invoker, you need to run while you can, bro. So Invoker's gonna go ahead and run away while he can. That did a lot of damage. But Invoker does have room for 2 spells that he can have 2 spells available. He will have that soon. Clockwork throws out the flare, trying to catch the Invoker, trying to run away. But Invoker smartly takes a long way, takes the least expected route, which is the long way. Meanwhile, Clockwork salves up so that he can get some more mana back. He does have a lot of healing cells, or sorry, a lot of clarities. Just build a Basilius, call it a day. Basilius is really good regen. Alright, gives you really good mana regen. If you take a look at this, he has 1 clarity on him. He has 3 in his bank. So let's just take a look at that. That's 200 gold. 300 more gold, he'll have Basilius, which will give him some armor, which will give him really good regen, and also some damage. Meanwhile, Sniper goes down mid to Ursa and Viper. Like I was saying, Sniper will pretty much be winning his lane until Viper gets to level 6. As soon as Viper gets level 6, Sniper will be having a lot of trouble unless he decides to ulti. Meanwhile, Centaur's going to try to engage on top of his Clockwork, but he can't get close enough. Oh my gosh, the battery assault OP, and Centaur's trying to run away. Sunstrike comes in from side, and TP support. 2 TPs coming in to help out the Centaur. Centaur will be able to double edge his TA. but he probably wants to wait for his mana boots first. There's a phase boost up on Invoker, so Invoker's able to run through him, and now his PA going down. Meanwhile, around the backside, Clockwork's going to throw out a flare. It's just a little too short. It doesn't matter. Centaur's healing up anyway. And mid, we got the mid tower being sieged by the Viper. We got Ursa still in jungle. He has his Vlad, so he does have that light still up. And he will be able to go for Roshan pretty soon. Will he be building the Shadow Blade? I do not know. But I really hope we do see a Shadow Blade, because Shadow Blade is always fun to see on Ursa. Anyway, we got Shadow Shaman dropping the wards. These guys really want this tower.
Structures right now.
It's
bottom towers getting the business.
this Bastion announcer's kind of throwing me off. Can't do nothing about that bottom tower right now. But anyway, the middle, as bottom tower does go down, as Clockwork's in a little bit of trouble. Sunstrike thrown down. Sunstrike just barely misses. Clockwork able to get out with his life, and Clockwork's probably going to be building a pipe soon as well. He does have his Vanguard. He does have his Vanguard gold. He has 1,117.
There he goes.
So he can just go get that Vanguard whenever he wants to. Will he be getting the Vanguard? I don't know. But Ursa is doing Roshan, and the rest of his team are down here. There's a haste rune up on Viper, so Viper's going to be super annoying to deal with. Invoker's in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to turn invisible, but it's not enough. He's still be taking too much damage. There's a stun thrown out by Sven on top of Viper. Viper is stunned up. Will he be able to make it out? I think he will be able to. Clockwork is here to make sure he gets away. Battery assault thrown by Clockwork. Clockwork gets caught by everything, and the Centaur is trying to activate his double edge, but he couldn't get it through. And he's finally able to get it through. And Viper's now trying to run away. Viper's going to continue to run away. He will be able to get away from this fight. Ursa does have himself Aegis, but he does not have a Shadow Blade, so he's not able to creep up anybody. But he's going to run up anywhere like a boss. Stun thrown out by Sven saying, no, you will not kill me today. And Shadow Shaman can follow up with disables if he really needs to. They can pop the Aegis pretty easily. So he'll turn around soon, and they'll go for it. There's a shackle on top of Ursa. Ursa will be taking a lot of damage. Sniper's going to go ahead and do some damage to him as well. There's a Sunstrike thrown out by Invoker, and this Aegis is popped. Aegis is popped pretty darn prematurely. His team is not here. He will be going down once again. Sven does not have enough man for a stun, but Invoker is here. Invoker can disable. No, Ursa is able to get away. Never mind. So a kind of very, very, very big waste of the Aegis, of course. The Aegis did go down without a team fight happening. So basically, Ursa just lost the Aegis for nothing. His team only got an extra 1,000 gold. That's really about it. And Ursa's going to wait around the corner. He's going to throw out a few overpowers. Here's the thing about overpower. Whenever you use overpower, it doesn't stack with itself. So you can just activate it once, wait for the cooldown to get pretty low, or wait for the cooldown to refresh, and then go attack the person. And then after you finish, get your stacks up, throw out another overpower instantly, so you'd be able to do 12 attacks in pretty fast succession. Meanwhile, Sniper's taking a lot of damage. Clockwork does see him, and Viper's is going to hang out around the corner. Ursa's going to go in for it. Sunstrike thrown out on top of, or just barely misses Ursa. Ursa comes around the corner. They're baiting. These guys want to bait this fight, and Invoker will be losing his life because of it. So these guys are hiding out in the jungle. I'm not really sure why, but Sniper will be going down finally. Sniper could have just ran away home, but Ursa was scaring the crap out of him, so Ursa was not able, or Ursa actually able to capitalize on his aggression. He was keeping the wave pushed back, so if anybody tried to come out of here, they would have been dead and dead in the water. And meanwhile, Sven, you need to do something. Sven, you can definitely try to run. Or, I mean, hiding is cool. This is why you should always carry TP. You should always carry a TP on your persons, because you never know when you'll need it. If Sven had a TP right now, he'll be able to just go away, go home, and be safe. Anyway, the bottom tower is done for, as you heard the Bastion announcer say. And let me take a look at the items real quick, because the items are changing a little bit. As far as the items go, Shadow Blade coming up on Sniper, so Sniper's trying to get that Shadow Blade before the 20-minute mark. Very good for him. So he'll have a little bit more survivability and a little bit more kill potential. As far as Centaur goes, Centaur has a Vanguard. He also has those Tranquil Boots, and we got an engagement going on. Sven's getting a lot of damage done to him. Ulti activated by Centaur to try to save Sven. Actually, no, Centaur is going to go in on top of the Viper, but Viper too tanky at this point. Too much HP, too much regen, too much slow for his corrosive skin. But Centaur was trying to kill him, and there's a Sunstrike thrown by Invoker. Invoker way over calculating that, and Viper is just going to run away. Sees where he could have died, and he's going to walk around it. Anyway. So yeah, this is a X-Sword Invoker. I don't know. Yeah. Oh god, Invoker's gonna be a little bit trouble. He found himself an illusion. There's Ursa around the corner. Ursa activates the overpower on top, or overcharge. Overpower. There's a binding thrown out by Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman can't go for the kill on this really quick, and Clockwork throws out the cogs soon. No, he will not throw out the cogs. He wants his team to go forward. The Shadow Shaman wars. Oh my gosh, beautiful stun from Sven. He gets a kill. And now Clockwork's in a little bit of trouble. Clockwork will be going down to the Sniper. And there he goes. He goes down. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams, or the rest of the Dire team, are going to go ahead and push this middle tower. Strife activated up on the Clinks, so Clinks will be killing this, along with the assistance of Viper. There's the Fortify on top of the structure so he can survive. I honestly thought Clinks would have been able to kill it fast enough, but he doesn't do enough damage just yet. I need to finish looking at the items. Mana boots up on Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman also trying to build himself what looks to be either a sheep stick or it could be a force staff. Or sorry, not a sheep stick. A sheep stick. It could be a tornado stick. Tornado stick is also a useful item on top of Shadow Shaman. And he also has a ring of health. He did have tranquil boots by the looks of it. And then he shifted his boots up after he had enough mana for his arcane boots. So that's pretty cool thing you can do. That kind of explains the ring of regen. Or maybe he does have a force staff on the way. Don't really know. Meanwhile, Sniper has the stuff. Yet another haste rune, and Sniper's in a lot of trouble. Shadow Shaman's gonna come around the corner. He throws out Shackle on top of Viper, but it doesn't matter. Sniper still goes down, and Viper gets turned into a chicken. There's Invoker coming with the damage, and Viper will be going down. Shadow Shaman just barely stayed alive with that. Very well timed response. Kind of a little close if you ask me. Anyway, on both sides we still got walking couriers. That's kind of funny. Shadow Shaman can buy that courier upgrade for his team. And now he's gonna go ahead and decide to build himself a TP scroll. And there's a oh my gosh flare. Oh wow, Shadow Shaman just barely dodging that. That would have definitely killed him if he would have got hit by that. So Shadow Shaman next level Dota guys. Next level Dota juking that like a boss. And there's another flare thrown out. Flare hits middle. Doesn't really hit anybody else. Let me go ahead and take a look at the net worth because I'm pretty sure you guys want to see who's worth the most on the map. Ursa is worth the most, followed by Centaur. So Centaur's getting himself a lot of farms. He's also getting himself a lot of kills. Let's go ahead and see if that's true. Ursa has 7 kills. Centaur has 4. So Ursa's definitely picking off people left and right, which is really good for him. And he doesn't even have a Shadow Blade, so he doesn't need it. Aside from that blunder with the Aegis, when he lost the Aegis pretty early, he's playing pretty well. He has a Shadow Blade on the way. Viper's also built himself a Shadow Blade. Like I said, Sniper's also built himself a Shadow Blade as well. So we'll have a Shadow Blade on all sides. Okay, Viper's Shadow Blade is up. Meanwhile, I heard something. Okay, now it was a regen room. And we got both sides looking like they're gearing up to fight on mid. There's two Radiant mid versus 3 Dire mid. Clinks is gonna come up around the side and see if he can scout on anything. There's a flare thrown out to scout everything.
Their top tower.
And the Dire might want to mine their top tower. Yes, they might want to. Shadow Blade is activated by somebody. I saw Shadow Blade went on cooldown. Shadow Blade activated by Viper. Viper's gonna go ahead and push his wave back, get some free farm. Why not?
Flare.
If the Radiant were paying attention to the minute or were paying attention to the thing, they could have seen that Viper just came out of the middle of nowhere, so they probably know that he has a Shadow Blade too. Or he has a Shadow Blade now. Gold graph. The gold graph is spiking all over the place. It's mainly because of those kills that the Dire were getting. I think Centaur might be in a little bit of trouble. Clinks can't. No, not Clinks. Clinks can't do enough damage. The return fire would be doing too much. So Clinks is very smartly not going to engage on this. Centaur's ulti is up, so he will use it if he has to. He does use his ulti. He doesn't know what's around the corner. Meanwhile, we have a Sniper coming around the corner. He's movement speed is way up. And I heard a stun thrown out by Sven. Sven's gonna go ahead and farm with the jungle. Why not?
Taking hits.
And Sven needs a lot of farm if he's trying to be a carry. I don't think we'll be seeing him in that carry role. Meanwhile, Invoker's trying to push, or is gonna push back these guys. They do lose the tower, so he's not able to deny it. And now he's gonna run away as fast as he can from this Viper because Viper's chasing him. Viper's stalking him. Viper wants to kill him. Viper wants to. Never mind. Let's not say that. The Viper wants to kill him. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, we are seeing a tornado stick coming up on Shadow Shaman, so Shadow Shaman will be able to have that. Clockwork doesn't have himself a pipe yet, so he doesn't have any magic resistance. And there's a Observer Ward dropped by Shadow Shaman. Very nice play right there. That basically gives him really good vision on who's on the high ground, who's posturing and push what, and where these guys are coming from. Shadow Blade up on Viper, so Viper can go on top of this Invoker if he really wants to. I don't think he will. Yeah, oh god, Invoker's taking a lot of damage. Ursa's around the corner. Ursa has the Shadow Blade. Ursa Shadow Bladed up. Will he be able to catch him in time? 2 Shadow Blades, and they're going to have to... Oh god, Invoker walks forward, and he goes down in about 2 to 3 hits. And he goes down. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman gets a kill on top of Clockwork, so Clockwork obviously overstepped his boundaries. And it's actually kind of sad because like just a little bit more forward, and these Serpent Wards would be more useful to the team. Double Shadow Blade coming mid. Ursa's around the corner. Ursa doesn't have mana for any... Oh, okay, never mind, he does. It doesn't really matter. Sniper goes down, that's all that matters. And Shadow Shaman, where are you? Shadow Shaman did run away. Shadow Shaman does have the Tornado Stick, so he'll have that coming up to him pretty soon. And he also bounced some Observer Wards. They need some detection on the side. They have a Walking Courier. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, they have a Walking Courier. Somebody needs to upgrade that. So Walking Courier. Courier was upgraded probably by the Shadow Shaman. Spin is building himself power treads. He's building it backwards. Whenever you build power treads, especially if you're playing from behind, which Sven is actually really behind on his farm and stuff. You should definitely build that static feature item first. And Clink's taking a lot of damage. Jesus, Sunstrike almost able to get the kill on him, but it wasn't enough. It is not max XOR just yet. But Sven's stun is max, so it is hitting that max damage. This is doing 325, minus 25% of that. And I need some water. I need some water bad. It's like sandpaper. But anyway, items, as far as the rest of the items go, Nobody really has much of anything. The only big item is a gem up on Ursa. That's really it. So these guys are going to try to go on top of Clockwork. Clockwork's going to throw out his ability, and now Spin's going to chase him. There's an ulti from Centaur. Centaur's ulti will be helping Spin get his kill. No, never mind. Clockwork's doing a little bit too much damage. Meanwhile, somebody down on the backside. Ursa's getting the kill. Ursa got the kill on top of Invoker on the backside. I totally missed that. And Centaur, now here's Centaur coming in. Centaur has a relic. He's trying to build himself. He's trying to build himself what looks to be a Radiance. Not too sure if I agree with that, but I'm not playing this game at the moment, am I? Radiance definitely the Radiance burn definitely meshes well with the everything else that Centaur does. And there's Clockwork getting caught out, and there's a tornado stick on top of Ursa, so Ursa won't be able to chase the Centaur, or won't be able to chase the Shadow Shaman. Ulti thrown out by Sniper, not able to get the kill on top of Clockwork. Meanwhile, his top tower is getting pushed in. Somebody needs responses because Viper will be able to kill us if these guys leave it alone for too long. Losing Rune on top of Clockwork. A Sunstrike getting thrown out. Sunstrike will be hitting. Very nice Sunstrike. Very well placed. It gets the kill on top of Clockwork. Clockwork is sad.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Meanwhile, Radiant's top tower is hurting. This is a siege creep, so siege creep is doing a lot of damage to the tower, but the tower is doing a lot of damage to the siege creep. So it's a little bit of trade-off. Now here's a Clockwork illusion. Spin, please don't throw a stun. Okay, I thought Spin was about to throw a stun.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
But anyway, mid tower is coming apart, as you heard the guy say. I'm just gonna repeat what he says because he's saying it coolly. The gold graph is in favor of the Dire now. Finally, is in favor of the Dire. It was spiking back and forth towards Radiant to the Dire. Basically, that last team fight kind of helped him out. The double kill on top of Ursa, or those two kills. One kill went to Ursa, one kill went to somebody else. Those kills definitely help out. Fortify is used. Somebody needs a TP. Somebody needs a TP up top to deal with this. There's a TP coming in from Sniper.
Top tower's in bad shape.
And Ursa's in the jungle. Ursa's around the corner. These guys need some detection here. There's a tower here, yeah. And they do. I think Shadow Shaman was just barely able to see Ursa if he was paying attention. But if Sniper comes around the high side to go mid, then Ursa will be getting himself a free kill. Does he have a Shadow Blade? No, he doesn't have a Shadow Blade. He has a TP. He had a TP scroll come to him. Right now, he only has about 1,000 gold, so he's about 600 gold away from that Shadow Blade. As far as the rest of the items go, 4 staff coming up on Invoker. Invoker, how close are you to that? Invoker's at 675 gold, so he'll have that up pretty soon. He needs a little bit more farm. Clinks is building himself at Orchids, but it's going to be a relatively late Orchids, to be honest. Shadow Blade and Tranquil Blue is the only thing that Viper has. That's really the only thing he really needs. The team fight so far has been going in their favor. Just as long as he doesn't get caught out of position, which he probably won't. And if he does get caught out of position, he'll still probably survive. Ursa's coming in jungle. He hears somebody, he sees somebody, he activates the Shadow Blade. He's going to see if he can catch anybody, run around the side. Here's the Invoker and a Shadow Shaman around the corner. If they had some detecting, it would be able to see us. But no, Invoker's going to be taking a lot of damage from Ursa. Ursa can't throw out the slow if he really needs to, but no, there's a deafening blast on top of Ursa. Ursa can't do any damage. And there's a disable thrown by Shadow Shaman. They might be able to get this kill on top of Ursa. This would be pretty big. Phantom Assassin's going to go in for. Oh, Gem is dropped on the ground. Very good for them, so they can go pick up the Gem. Shadow Shaman will be picking it up. That's a turn of events, guys. That's a big turn of events. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin's coming around the corner. She will be in a little bit of trouble. Shadow Shaman can't throw the disable on top of Viper. He just barely misses. Just barely missed the War Trap. And Viper does go down. Meanwhile, we got Spin still chasing this Phantom Assassin, and he's trying to go for the haste rune, but he can't make it fast enough. He's moving a little bit too slow. He gets stunned out by the Clockwork, and everybody gets hit. Haste rune on top of Clinks. So that fight things definitely escalated pretty darn quickly. Shadow Shaman with the beautiful shackle, but still the Invoker does go down, and also the Spin went down when he was trying to be greedy and trying to get that kill on Phantom Assassin. Clinks does have himself a haste rune. He is invisible, so he's trying to scout out, see what he can find around the map. This middle tower is almost gone down. He could just strike this to death. If he just strikes, he will be able to get the kill on this. I think he might lose his life to Shadow Shaman though, so he probably doesn't want to. Shadow Shaman does have himself a gem, so it's basically 3 invisible people on this side of the Dire. So these guys are playing invisible Dota. And Shadow Shaman tried to deny it, but it wasn't enough. Sunstrike did get thrown out. I think it missed, and Shadow Shaman's going to go ahead and TP away while he can. So he gets out very smart TP by him. TP in by the Spin. Spin wants to go do stuff. He can't really do anything. He needs to finish his treads. He needs to finish something. Earn the shadows or something. Please build something, Spin. All he has is a glove of haste and a boots of speed. To be honest, a glove of haste is not a good item to go for first, because a glove of haste, all you can really do is just attack a little bit faster. And Spin's not doing nearly as much damage as he wants to. He does have a 1 point in his ulti, so he'll be getting a bonus 100% of his damage, which is actually cool. But 100% of 80, was it 88? 100% of 88 is only 170 something. I think 176. And we're getting perma bash on top of Ursa. Perma bash on top of Ursa. I think Roshan will still be losing this fight though. There's Ursa throwing the overpower on top of Roshan. Roshan's taking a lot of damage. And Roshan will sadly be going down for the second time to the Ursa. This is going to be completely uncontested. There's a Sunstrike thrown out by the Invoker. I don't know where it hit, but Sunstrike was thrown out. Immortality goes to somebody on the dire. Phantom Assassin has herself a ring of health. She's still trying to build things. She's way behind on her build. I think she's trying to build a Battle Fairy. As far as Centaur goes, Centaur has himself a Radiant, so he's pretty cool on that aspect. And he's trying to find himself. Did Ursa just? Ursa did. I must say, did Ursa just use Earthshock? He did. But anywho, at any rate, let me go ahead and keep this XP graph per minute. No, go per minute. Go per minute. Let me keep that graph up. Centaur does have a lot of farm versus Ursa, so it's pretty much a Centaur versus Ursa battle. Sven needs to get more farm if he wants to be a carry. Sven will be going down, so he will not be getting his farm from that. Meanwhile, Ursa's coming around this backside. There's a gem on top of Shao Shaman, so they did see the Ursa. Ursa's not gonna be able to do anything. He's getting so much CC getting thrown on top of him. He gets turned into a chicken. He gets Deafening Blast. He gets Tornado Stick. And here's Centaur coming around the corner. Centaur throws out the double edge on top of everybody, and everybody's running across that wave. Ursa does finally go down, but Centaur might be going down as well. There's a snare, very beautiful shackle thrown by the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's still alive. As long as he's still alive, he'll be able to survive. Ursa's trying to catch him around the corner. Ursa gets stunned up. Ursa will be going down for the second time. So much damage being done to Ursa between the two. So much disable, and Ursa does go down. Meanwhile, the top tower, I think the top tower went down in that engagement as well, or maybe the top tower went down earlier. But the Radiant really needed to go ahead and capitalize off of this and just like send one person top and just everybody else push, because they needed to go ahead and take towers. They need to capitalize, like I said, capitalize off of this. Shao Shaman is trying to build up that mechanism. He does have it. The recipe, there's a recipe.
Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
And the Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower. Meanwhile, Viper finds himself an invisibility room, but it doesn't matter. Shadow Shaman has that gem. Just so long as Shadow Shaman has that gem, he's constantly placing himself in very good positions like he's been doing so far. Then he'll be pretty much. There's really no way that Shadow Shaman, there's really no way that Clinks, Ursa, and Viper can actually, or will actually be able to, do anything properly. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Let me take a look at the items, because items are still changing. Stop changing items, how dare you. Centaur's trying to build himself a heart, so he'll be he'll have that much more HP. He'll be that more survivable. He also has that radiance, like I stated earlier. Weird item choice, in my personal opinion. Weird item choice, but then again, it does the radiance burn does mesh well with his return fire or return attack, whatever it's called. So I mean, I can see the logic in that. As far as Shadow Shaman goes, Shadow Shaman has that mechanism. He also has that gem that Ursa dropped, so it wasn't his gem, but Ursa has not been able to reclaim it from him. Sven is still trying to build his treads. He doesn't have much farm by the looks of it. Force Staff up on Invoker, so Invoker's able to get away from everything, especially Ursa. Force Staff really good versus Ursa, because Ursa can just throw out his slow. He can try to do all the damage he wants, but you just Force Staff yourself up a cliff or Force Staff yourself away. And now we got engagement going on mid. Who's going down mid? We got Ursa taking a lot of damage from everybody. He's getting disabled. He's getting perma disabled. He goes down. Ursa needs to build himself a BKB if he plans on doing anything. And there's an ulti from Centaur. Centaur wants to press the attack. Centaur wants to go for the Viper. Viper will be getting the kill on top of Centaur. And yeah, I focus use Shadow Shaman. But anyway, Clink's coming around the corner. If Shadow Shaman's in range, he is in range. Clink's in a little bit of trouble. Clink's is getting hit by everything. He's getting stunned. He's getting Shadow Shaman shackled, and he goes down. And there's a lot of damage being done to this tower. This tower will be going down. Shadow Shaman does have his ulti. He does use his ulti for this. He could have saved it for the next wave. I think they would have been able to push this without much trouble. Viper's around the corner. Viper does have a Shadow Blade up. He will be trying to go in, but Shadow Shaman has that gem. If Viper does go in, Viper will be going down, and that's not good at all. So Viper's going to be trying to go in. Shadow Shaman's around the corner. Shadow Shaman needs to stay a little bit closer. There we go. There's a ward. Shadow Shaman does spot the Viper. Viper's in a little bit of trouble. He's getting held. He's getting right next to the wards, and there's Invoker coming in from the backside, able to get the kill. Just showing you guys that Shadow Blade, if somebody does build a Shadow Blade, somebody does have invisibility, just build some detection and you'll get free kills all day. Especially if they're playing cocky like that. Anyway, Shadow Shaman's going to walk across the river. He might be able to de-ward a few times.
Seen better days.
When the bottom tower is on attack, it's only one siege creep down here, but somebody doesn't even respond to this because there will be a lot of free damage being done by a siege creep. As you see, siege creeps do a lot of damage to
Trouble
towers.
brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Right, Shadow Shaman finds himself a free TP scroll. No, he just kills it. Why not? And he picks himself up a Mystic Staff. I think they did spot out the Shadow Shaman with that Observer Ward. They did see him walking there. He's going to go ahead and TP away because he doesn't want to lose his gem. He's also trying to build himself a Sheep Stick by the looks of it, which is actually be a really nice item for him, especially versus the Ursa. So he'll be the perma CC guy. That's all he is. And Centaur is in a lot of trouble. Centaur has his radiance turned on. Centaur's running in the jungle. He will be facing a bad demise. He does not have a TP scroll on his person, so he will not be able to run away from that. And if these guys just go around the corner, they will be able to find a Centaur. Centaur does see them. No, he doesn't. I don't know. He's bought the recipe for heart. I think he has a heart now. He has heart on the courier. Okay, Centaur's in a lot of trouble. Centaur throws out the stun. He throws out the ulti so he can try to run away. He's going to run away as fast as he can. Clockwork is around the corner. Clockwork hits the ulti, and now Centaur will be going down. Nothing he can really do. And the rest of the team are coming around the corner. The rest of the team are trying to respond to this. But nah, Centaur did get down. Centaur got caught out pretty darn badly. Basically, having no TP scrolls really the only reason why he died. If he would have had a TP scroll, he would be able to make it out perfectly fine. Clinks almost has his Orchis. Clinks is halfway towards his Orchis. Invoker's trying to build what looks to be a Aghanim Scepter, so that way he'll have free mana on his ulti. Chrysalis coming up on Sniper, so Sniper will be able to have that, so he'll be critting for all his attacks. And we got an engagement coming down bottom, so I'm gonna go ahead and spot on this. Shadow Shaman does still have that gem. Where's Shadow Shaman? Shadow Shaman does still have that gem. Shadow Shaman playing very smartly. I'm totally digging Shadow Shaman's play. Shadow Shaman staying alive, make sure he doesn't die, because he knows he has a gem. He knows that his team needs to hold on to that, because there's 3 people that can go invis right now. There's a Viper who can go invis, there's a Clinks who can go invis, there's a Ursa who can go invis. So having that gem is definitely valuable. So, and also losing that gem, I really don't know why Ursa built the gem or got a gem. So
double damage.
I really don't know why Ursa got a gem. Maybe he didn't buy it. Maybe he didn't buy it. But long story short, whoever did buy the gem was a very smart choice by them. Yeah, it was bought by the Ursa. I really don't know why Ursa bought a gem. That's really baffling to me. But Shadow Shaman's able to stay alive doing all these engagements, so he's able to take advantage of it and able to make use of that investment that Ursa didn't make. Is Ursa? Yeah, Ursa is that BTS X something. Maybe he got a Shadow Blade because he thought Sniper. Yeah, okay, Sniper has a Shadow Blade, so Ursa built a gem because of Sniper, but Sniper didn't have a Shadow Blade. So it doesn't really matter. Anyway, who's this? Clockwork's caught around the corner. He gets turned into a chicken. He will be getting disabled by the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's a little bit in trouble. Shadow Shaman needs to get out of here. Shadow Shaman tornado sticks to Ursa so he can get away. Mechanism pop by him so he can try to. He needs to stay alive. If they can keep him alive, Invoker might need to force stab him so he can get away. Invoker force stab him. Gem will be dropped. Gem is dropped. Nobody's gonna pick it up. Nobody. Okay, Ursa picks it up. Ursa now has a gem. If Invoker would have force stabbed the Shadow Shaman before, they would be able to keep that gem. I honestly think the gem is more important than Invoker's life, to be honest. Or maybe Invoker could have walked over and picked it up. But anyway, Ursa has himself a gem. Centaur's going to come around the corner. He's going to throw out the stun. He's going to throw out the double A's. He gets a kill on top of Ursa. Somebody pick up that gem, please. Somebody pick up that gem. Invoker does pick up a gem. So there's the gem. And there's a max Exort Invoker. So Invoker's doing a lot of damage whenever he's attacking. And he force steps himself forward. He's going to try to go on his Clockwork. He gets a cold snap on top of Clockwork. There's an ulti coming from Sniper. Clockwork will be going down to that ulti. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin's running around the jungle. She doesn't have much of anything. She only has a Battle Fury. So she's pretty poor at this point. Ursa finally decided to build a BKB. Definitely would have. Yeah, there we go. He's finally decided to build that BKB. He could have bought back in the engagement, but he didn't really need to. So just go ahead and save your gold. Buy that BKB. But judging by all the CC on the side of the Dire or on the side of Radiant, I'm really not sure why Ursa didn't go ahead and get that BKB faster. Definitely maybe. Yeah, definitely get that definitely get the Vlad's phase boots and then the Shadow Blade, but I don't know what he was saving up for. He basically bought these 2 pieces at the same time. Maybe he forgot he had gold. But long story short, if he had had that BKB in that engagement, he would have definitely killed everybody. So anyway, let's go and take a look at the rest of the items. There's a heart up on Centaur, so Centaur is staying alive pretty darn well. Mechanism up on Shadow Shaman. It did almost save his life, but it wasn't enough. Sven's trying to build himself a BKB by the looks of it. He does finally have his treads, so very, very big thumbs up to Sven for getting those treads. What else is going on around the map? Ursa's trying to build himself that BKB so he can stay alive. Orchid's coming up on Clinks. How close is Clinks to Orchid? Because that'll be a big item for him.
What's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Yeah, let's guess what happened. Let's guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower. But Orchid's coming up on Clinks. Clinks is only at 300 gold. So, okay, actually, oh, never mind. He has his Orchids. Okay. Orchid's up on Clinks, so Clinks is cool with that. I'm cool with that. There's a Yasha up on Viper as well, so Viper's looking to build what seems to be a Manta style. That'll be a nice item for him. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin is trying to build himself a Vlads. Do not do this, guys. Do not do this. Ursa has a Vlads. You do not need a Vlads as a Phantom Assassin if there's somebody who already has a Vlads. Build a Mask of Madness. Build a Helmet of Dominator. I prefer Helmet of Dominator, but build something else. her life still. She does not need to get a Vlad. I think she just bought all this at once. Okay. Definitely just build yourself Master Madness. That way you can attack a little bit faster. Yeah, you'll make yourself more vulnerable to damage. Yeah, sure. But you don't need two Vlads on the same team. Especially when there's only 3 people who are melee and 2 of the 3 people, or now, sorry, 1 of the 3 people already have a Vlad's. Vlad's auras do not stack. And the only thing that's going to benefit her is she's going to be getting Vlads whenever Ursa's not around. And Ursa's pretty much been around for almost every single time that she's been around. So that was really a waste of gold. That was 2,000 something gold that could have went towards some other big item for her to have. She could have, like I said, bought a Mask of Madness. But Centaur's going to go ahead and farm this top lane. He sees it. Oh my gosh, he activated the ulti for illusion. Very big blunder on his part, but it doesn't matter. His ulti has a 60-second cooldown. So he'll be fine. His ulti has a 60-second cooldown. Typically in late game, 60 seconds is about the time that every 60 seconds is about the time a team fight will happen. And we might be seeing a team fight here. Clinks is caught up. Clinks is shackled. Shadow Shaman does not have the gem, but it doesn't matter. Meanwhile, we got Ursa taking a lot of damage. Ursa getting chased by Centaur. Centaur is a great carrier for that gem, and Centaur's going to be doing so much damage. Phantom Assassin getting, oh god, Phantom Assassin jumps in on top of her ally, and Centaur's taking a lot of damage from the Viper. Viper's taking so much damage. Shadow Shaman doing all he can. Shadow Shaman throws out the wars. He almost gets a war trap on top of Viper, and Viper's able to get away from that. Viper's going to be taking a lot of damage, and they all go down. They do not go down faster than Cook a ship, but they do go down nonetheless. Centaur has so much HP on his part. Viper was trying to focus him down. Viper almost able to get the kill on top of Centaur, but Centaur had the support from the backside. And that actually goes to my point that I was saying before. I think I said this a few times. I think I say this almost every single time. Please don't get into the mentality of trying to play as a tank. Because to me, personally, there's no such thing as a tank in Dota. As you saw, Centaur survived a lot of auto attacks from Viper, but he was still going down pretty darn fast. If he didn't have the support, he would have definitely went down, obviously. So no matter how tanky you are with air quotes, you can still potentially go down if you get caught up. There's Spins around the corner. Spins going to throw out the stun. Spins going to do some auto attacks. He could activate the ulti to do a whole bunch of damage. He's going to go ahead and take up Roshan. Why not? Viper or Sniper is perma mini stunning him. There's Spin's ulti. They're going to go for this. Who's going to be picking up? I don't know. Shadow Shaman took the cheese because he wants it, and Sniper gets the Aegis. So very cool on him. Sniper has himself, or Sniper is building himself a Midas, not a Midas. Oh my gosh, look at that huge wave. Sniper's building himself a Maelstrom, so he can attack a lot faster. Meanwhile, the top tower does go down. Centaur does not have a TP on his person. He does not have room for a TP either. So he really needs to get something for that. He will find a Clinks around the corner. He might have to ult just to go for a kill. He will. Oh guys, he hits the stun. He throws out a double edge. He will be throwing out the ulti. The ulti on top of Clinks. Clinks does go down. So Clinks getting solo kill by the Centaur. Very well played on his part. So he had a gem. He doesn't really need a TP scroll if he's going to get kills like that. But if there were some support from the rest of Clinks' team, Centaur would definitely went down. Meanwhile, a giant creep wave coming in once again.
Bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
And yeah, like you said, Radiant's bottom tower is not a pretty sight right now. Meanwhile, I think the Dire is struggling mainly because they're not really fighting together. They're just trying to fight one-on-one. The Earth's just trying to assassinate everybody he can. And Clinks is trying to find single targets so he can kill him, assassinate him as much as he can. And so is Viper. I'm pretty sure if Dire just get together and just... No, they can't. See, Dire gonna have... Oh, man, actually that's a really good thing to point out. Dire don't really have any team fight outside of Clockwork. Clockwork is all the team fight that Dire has. And that's mainly because of his cogs. And that's really it. So Clockwork's... Oh, wait, Battery Assault. Between Cogs and Battery Assault, that's really all the team fight that Dire have, as opposed to the Radiant. The Radiant have almost infinite team fight. They have Spin with his giant AoE stun. They have Shadow Shaman with all his disables. They have Centaur with his ulti and his own disables. And they have Invoker. They have Invoker with every ability that he can do and his disables. And they got Sniper for a carry. So the Radiant have a lot more team fight potential, which is pretty much why the Dire are not really having a good time right now. Now, almost all the Dire's people really want to focus on one person at a time. And if everybody's focusing on the same exact person, that person will die pretty darn fast, yeah. But everybody else on their team will pretty much, or everybody else on the Dire team will pretty much be going down as well. So as far as team comp goes, I think the Dire are losing because of team comp. And there's a Shadow Blade. Oh, that felt good. Shadow Blade on top of Viper. Viper picks us off with a haste rune, so he'll be running, see if he can catch anybody. Meanwhile, Sniper has his own Shadow Blade. Ooh, items, rest items. Nothing's changed. Phantom Assassin's still trying to build himself a BKB. And Centaur's running around the corner. He sees himself an Ursa. He will be running away. He can throw out the stun. There's a stun on top of Ursa, so Ursa can't run away. There's a strike by Clockwork, or by Clinks, so Clinks can do a lot of damage. Centaur's trying to run away with his life. He does have his ulti. He can't just run in. He should wait for his team. No, he can't wait for his team. Spin's caught out. He activates the ulti, so Spin can try to get out. He's doing a lot of damage to Clinks. He gets killed on Clinks. Meanwhile, Spin is still alive somehow. And now Centaur will be losing his life. The battery assault. Oh no, okay, never mind. He will not be losing his life. He needs a lot of damage for him to go down. His teammates come up just in time. He's taking a lot of damage. Ursa, one more auto attack from Ursa. He will be going down, but no, it's not enough. There we go. He finally goes down. Clockwork able to get the kill on that, and there's a gem drop on top of the ground. Who picked it up? I think Shadow Shaman. No. Okay, Invoker picked up, and Centaur buys back instantly. Centaur wants to push. Centaur wants to capitalize off of this. Meanwhile, Spin goes down to the Viper. Spin just derping around. Go home, Spin. Go home, Spin. You're drunk. Sunstrike just barely missing the Viper. I don't think Viper would have died anyway because Viper has 25% plus 20. He has a 50% magic resistance, so he would have definitely not felt much of that. That's over half. That's half of that damage not felt. Stop moving. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Sunstrike. So Sunstrike will hit for 475. So yeah, he definitely would have died.
Dire's bottom tower.
Meanwhile, the bottom tower is getting the business, as you heard the guy say. Shadow Shaman does have his award. No, he doesn't have his awards up.
Dire gave up a bottom tower.
It is Dire giving up a bottom tower. Excuse me, I just yawned. But anyway. And as far as what's going on around the map, I mean, it's not really much goal graph having in favor of the Radiant, mainly because, like I said earlier, team fight potential is so high on their side versus the Dire side. Team fight potential becomes more and more apparent, or more and more relevant the longer the game goes on. Because once the game starts getting to that point where you get to like the 50-minute mark, that's usually when everybody has their big items. Usually when everybody wants to go in and kill everybody on the other side. So if you have those people who can support you, who have those people who can back you up with all the CC, like Invoker has been throwing out so many deafening blasts, and we've seen the power that Deafening Blast has versus Ursa. Ursa can't do anything about it. All Ursa can do is just walk around and cry. He does have a BKB on him, so he'll be able to use that. That's really about it. Shadow Shaman's around the corner. Shadow Shaman might be in a little bit of trouble. He does have a Sheep Stick. He can't use the Sheep Stick. He's going to wait for Ursa to make himself visible. He also has a Tornado Stick, so a lot of disable on his part. His ulti will be up in 7 seconds. Meanwhile, the rest of Dire are convergent mid. And Ursa's going to go in again. No, his invisibility did run out. And the Radiant smartly decided to back on up. Meanwhile, Phantom Assassin still trying to build her BKB. She built that Mithril Hammer so that way she can have a little bit more damage. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Her BKB is really disabled, or late. Take a look at the license in the nines. Man, oh my gosh. What's crap? Centaur has been farming like a madman. He's been farming everywhere. Meanwhile, Ursa's the only person close to him. So Centaur has just been farming and farming and farming. He's building himself an MKB. Why not? So that way he won't be missing anything on top of that Phantom Assassin. Meanwhile, all these ancients are taking damage because they're attacking the Centaur. Is that pure damage? Is that pure damage? Okay, it's physical damage. Never mind. So return is physical damage. Anyway, Viper does find himself an Invis Rune, but it doesn't matter. Centaur has himself a gem. The rest is almost all of Radiant are mid. And who's on the other side? Ursa's around the corner over here. If Centaur runs up a little bit further, he will be able to see him. They do have an observer ward inside the jungle, so they can't see who's over there. But I don't think Ursa has passed by that just yet. Meanwhile, Centaur's going to just go ahead and farm up jungle. Why not? He's trying to get as much farm as he can. He does have himself an MKB if he really wants it. He just has to go buy it. He could potentially be saving up for a buyback, or maybe he's just gonna run up there and get it. But if he can find anybody out, he will pretty much begin the kill. He drops his last observer ward, so that way they'll be able to see around this high ground. They see the Ursa running around. They see the Ursa hanging out there, and there's a Demon Edge on top of Centaur. And there's an MKB coming to him, some MKB up on Centaur, so Centaur's playing that carry role. I honestly did not expect to see a Centaur play carry role. There's ulti from Centaur, a beautiful initiation. Ursa's caught out by everything. He gets tornadoed up, a little bit miscommunication, but it doesn't matter. Ursa's going to be going down regardless of what happens. Meanwhile, Clockwork's trying to do what he can. He's doing all the damage he can. Invoker taking a lot of damage from the Clinks, but he just goes invisible and walks away. Meanwhile, Clinks does go down. Mechanism pop by. Shadow Shaman, and here's PA trying to go in. She does bad choice. Very bad choice. Shadow Shaman turns on the corner. He throws out the wards. And triple kill up on Centaur. Centaur, is that an ultra kill? No, it's not an ultra kill. I don't know if that was an ultra kill. No, Shadow Shaman got the kill. Never mind. I was about to say, Centaur might be getting a rampage. Alright, so Centaur gets himself an ultra kill, so these guys can push to win. If they just push, they'll pretty much win the game. Somebody doesn't even respond to this bottom tower, yes.
Radiant's bottom tower's
but
better days.
They could honestly just push to win. Ursa is dead for another 30 seconds. Viper is dead for another 70 seconds. So nobody will be able to respond
Radiant's
fast
bottom
enough to
tower
actually
in a
defend
pretty
anything unless
sad
they buy
right
back.
now.
If you take a look at the buyback status, nobody has buyback except for Invoker, so this tower is definitely going to be going down. And possibly these racks. There's the Fortify coming out from the diary. They want to keep this tower as long as they possibly can, but I don't think it'll be enough. Clinks is the only person alive. Clinks is the only person who can actually come and defend this, but he can't defend it. Who has the gym? Who has the gym is a big question. Invoker does have the gym, so I think if Invoker would have went down in that fight, that would have been bad. But these guys can definitely push the win. I think they should push the win and just call it a day. Because it's the best time as any to go ahead and go for the kill. PA's trying to come in. She should not go in. Okay, she will not go in. These guys are just going to go ahead and push everything. This Clink's coming around the corner. He throws the silence on top of Centaur. Centaur doesn't care. Centaur's going to auto-attack him and kill him. Why not? And this Ancient is going down. So Ursa is back alive. Clockwork's back alive. Everything just went downhill ever since. I don't know. I don't remember when, but it just went downhill. Meanwhile, Shaman's hanging around the backside. He's trying to see if he can get a kill on top of anybody. Phantom Assassin is getting killed. And there we go. So that was the end of that game. That was a pretty darn interesting game. This game was sent in by the Centaur War Runner. So a big shout out to Centaur for sending me that game. That was a pretty interesting game. As far as critiques and stuff to add, I don't really have much to add. Pretty much things that they did, I would have done too. And I've also learned that building a Vanguard and building Trenko boots is not really all that big of an issue. I mean, of course, like I said earlier, I was complaining about it a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. My complaints were misplaced. I had bad complaints. Those were bad complaints. Because Trenko boots are just not really all that expensive. Might as well just go ahead and get them. They give you good regen. They give you that movement speed. They give you stuff that you need. And Vanguard as well, it gives you regen. It gives you the damage block. So why not? It's not like you're spending 700 gold in the opposite direction just for Trenko boots. And he did keep them for a long time. And once again, this is a Centaur War Runner, so Trenko boots on Centaur War Runner makes total sense. But once again, as far as my other case, I think last time I was talking about the Doombringer build and Trenko boots and the Vanguard. I thought that was a waste of money, but it's only a waste of 350 plus 175, which is not that much, especially for a Doombringer. He has Devour. He doesn't care. But anyway, so that was this game. Like I said, it was sent in by the Centaur War Runner, so big shout out to Cinderin. Thank you for sending me that game. And I'm going to go get some water because my throat is dry. And now I'm going to probably cast one more and then I'll be done for the day. So I'll see you guys whenever.